Maybe start with Marcus Keene's performance. He looks like he played pretty well.
Yeah, Marcus. Marcus played well. Marcus is a very gifted basketball offensive player. He's just probably as far along as a freshman in terms of offensive skills that I've coached in a really long time. The concern with Marcus is that he's just got to get better defensively. Can't, score 20 and give up 20. You know what I mean? But with freshmen, that's always the case. I think to get them to understand the significance of how hard you've got to play at both ends of the floor. But Mark is a good basketball player. That he brings a lift to us in every game that we've played this year, and clearly in the FIU game, Joe down there, he was a major part of that spark when we were down 13. He had 2 threes and an assist to Bobby that gave us like 8 points in that stretch that really brought us back. He's a good basketball player.
Jerry, can you just talk about playing 2 teams that are kind of, people are, somewhat familiar?
Dane, I wish that it was spread out. You know what I mean? I wish that we, were able to, within our schedule to, to have one of these games that are, local. And it's always been our goal, or not our goal, but one of our things that we try to do is to, try play somebody that's around the area to give a little bit back to some of the local, schools in our non-1 games. We tried our best to, to get one, maybe this week after, after playing, 4 out of 5 on the road. We tried to get one of those here and then try to get one after finals. I don't really like to play, somebody that's a major challenge for us like we're doing again, going to Pitt after finals. We've never really played well in that game. But it just didn't work out. These are 2 teams that, I would have liked to have spaced a little bit better.
Having said that, obviously you're looking to get 2 wins. What else do you look to accomplish in these games against them?
I don't think there's any doubt that, one of your motivations in the games like these is obviously to play to your standard. To play to what your level of what you want in terms of execution. But the other thing is, if you do execute well, to be able to get your young guys, some playing time. Kyle, for example, was thrown into the mix down there when we got in foul trouble with our 4s. We think Jalen Plummer and Ronnie, those guys are good. So obviously, you want to spread those minutes around. And then you have an interesting game on Saturday, which you're playing a tip-off at 11 o'clock to try to, build a little crescendo, if you will, into the football game. So it's an interesting week. Joe?
There was, last year the talk was about getting a Beeghly Center game once a year, and it was one of these games. Where's that stand?
We've tried. We've had conversations with them. We were trying to get a Division I game down there for next year. To be honest with you, I'm not 100% sure where it even it's at right now, but we've had conversations with them to try to get a game down there. I think it's a goal for the Beeghly Center and for us to try to make something happen. But again, it's you've got their schedule to try to fit something in, and our schedule to try to fit something in, and I think it's a work in progress. That's what but I don't know the update on it to where it's at.
Anything else for Coach?
John, nothing?
No?
No?
Yeah, seriously. But actually, the one thing, Sunday's game against UMass, where do you think you guys stood after that game, and what kind of things do you take forward from that UMass game?
I think it was a 70-30 disappointment to a positive. I think the 70% of it was you know, that I thought it was a lost opportunity. I thought we had enough offensive looks to, you know, to really be in there to the last possession. We didn't shoot the ball very well at all. I think it was 30% to the positive side of it because as bad as we played, we were right there. At the 4-minute media timeout, it was 8 points. Matter of fact, you know, Bobby made a couple free throws. Then we came out of that. They had a flagrant 1 foul on the elbow. We came out and scored. Bobby scored a low possession score. So it was a 8 or 7 point ball game at that point. And then we missed 5 consecutive shots, and that led to bad transition defense. So I know everybody wants me to say that like Pitt's better than them or whatever, or St. John's. That right there is as gifted an offensive team. And I don't think they play great defensively, but that's as gifted an offensive team as I think that we'll see this year. So it was a positive in the sense that I thought we generated enough good play to have won the ball game. Disappointed because we didn't win it.